What's up, guys? It's Baltimore Dude back again with one of the cell phone videos. These are becoming pretty damn awesome, man. Now, I will tell you guys, it's not always going to be pictures. We are working on integrating the video into these cell phone made videos. I like doing these because I can get them to you guys quick, as I said before, but they will have videos, so don't think they're all going to be pictures. But I have come with this video to implore each and every guardian, each and every online gamer to watch thine ass. Okay? Last night, my wife, my sweet little 3 foot nothing wife, and I became victims of gamer bullying. Figure that shit out. So here's the sitch. We do this thing from time to time with my crew we call TDK Gives Back. And we will take some people who have never won a raid or never ran trials or something, and we'll help them get their run in, get their win for the first time. So we were in need of a King's Fall normal mode checkpoint last night. Posted some messages in the communities and asked if anybody happened to have the checkpoint. Well, someone sends us a message and says, "Yes, we have the checkpoint." And I said, "Great. Could we get that off of you?" Actually, my wife, Mary, said that to him. And she goes down there with them. She gets the checkpoint, and they're like, "We understand if you don't want to stay and play because we're not very good. We're under light. We've never won a raid." Well, during the conversation, she's telling them people need to be less rude and raids and more accepting of people. Stop throwing each other under the bus, laugh and have fun together, not rage at each other. Just giving them the whole have a good time. Don't let it become sweaty and spiteful kind of conversation. That's what she's giving them at this point. And in the process of the conversation, she finds out that within this six person fire team, there is a mother and a son. Well, that just touched her little motherly heart, and she from that point did not want to just leave with the checkpoint we came to get. I wanted to leave with the checkpoint we came to get. And she's like, "Come on, Bob, please, can it's a mom and a little boy, they're playing together, can we help these 5 people get their first raid win?" I'm like, "Alright, we've got crew obligations, but we'll see if we can put the crew obligations on hold for a little bit and run this with them." So I cave, she's going to help them. She gets on our Titan, she starts explaining the strategy to them. "I'm a Titan, I'm going to go up top, I'm going to pop a bubble, I'm going to assign all of you a plate, and we're not going to rotate plates so won't get confusing. That'll be your plate at all times. These will be your bombs at all times." Oryx is going to come up, and she's going step by step, walking them through everything and explaining the whole strategy to them, preparing them to get their very first King's Fall win. Well, in the middle of her doing that, she is kicked out of chat, and they all leave the raid and leave her down there by herself. So I send one person a message. I guess it was the mom. I'm guessing I sent it to. I was like, "So what's up? Like, what's the sitch?" And she's like, "We don't need someone to talk down to us. You need to try go win in a raid or some shit." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, and by the way, thanks for the headache. That's just great." At this point, I'm completely befuddled. So, just totally confused, we have extended the olive branch, went down there to help these people out, do the TDK Gives Back thing, spread the wins around the community. Well, now I start getting PSN messages from someone who wasn't even there, wasn't in the chat, and wasn't on the team, making threats. "Get ready to be famous, you piece of shit. You son of a bitch. You can't even win a fucking raid. You're a fucking piece of shit." I'm not even gonna explain. He just went on and on and on, making threats. Little does he know that what he did was actually illegal. Like, trust me, I have an attorney very close to me in my life that can tell you what he did was illegal. He made false accusations against us, and he did not just limit it to PSN. He took those false accusations to Twitter, onto Facebook. He proclaimed in his message, "I'm so glad I know your name and your crew name. Get ready to be famous because I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Learn to win a raid." And he keeps on with this learn to win a raid thing. Check our numbers. Just our Titan has approached almost 400 hard mode King's Fall clears. That's not even including, excuse me, challenges. Crota over 600, VOG over 1,000. There's tons of raid wins. Anybody that knows me and knows this crew knows there's a lot of winning going on. I'm not here to pat the crew or myself or my wife on the back. I'm here to talk about insane people. Now, let me also say that about 95% of the people I have encountered in online gaming have been genuinely awesome people. Specifically, the Destiny community, excluding the Bungie forums. You cannot use the Bungie forums to set the bar for good people, because they are a bunch of shit and piss-filled little trolls over there. Half of them don't even play the damn game. The other half want everything for nothing. You can't set the bar at forums for any game, but especially Destiny. But the people you meet out and about in the world of Destiny are some pretty awesome folks. I've met so many people just always willing to lend a helping hand, to pass off a checkpoint, to feed you some information, or just help in any way they can. And we do the same thing throughout our crew. We feel like we have been enormously blessed to have so many wins and have had so many moments of victory together and so many great times. We do TDK gives back to pass it on, but every now and then you just gotta watch your ass, bro, because you're gonna run into some crazy motherfuckers like this that gives you pardon my stutter, my slurred words. You guys know I don't read scripts, but I'm especially flustered right now because I'm just totally overwhelmed, confused by this whole situation. But you will run into some turds like that will take it too far, and then you got to deal with them on a legal level when they take it further than just send in a stupid PSN message and you block them. Then you got to make a legal thing of it, and it's a whole issue. So I am here to implore you to watch your ass. My new rule is I'm not helping a motherfucker. I am not extending a single other olive branch to anyone unless it's a member of our crew or somebody that knows a member of our crew very well. Now, if a crew member brings someone and says, "Hey, this is a friend of mine," or "This is my nephew," or "This is such and such," and they're just getting started, can we run them through the TDK Gives Back program? Absolutely. I'm definitely still down to help people, because to me, my wife, and this crew, one of the most rewarding things in Destiny is seeing somebody that's working their way up the ladder get that first big win. Oh man, it's just so incredibly rewarding, and I enjoy that so much. So I'm not going to stop doing it, but I'm going to stop doing it unless there's a connection somewhere. It has to be somebody I know. Like the other week, we took my cousin through and a friend of his. So if it's someone like that, or someone that is a friend of somebody in the crew, absolutely, I will still help them. But as for total strangers, fuck you. I am not helping anyone anymore, because there are too many shitty motherfuckers out there ready to fucking pat you on the back with their right hand while they're punching you in the nuts with their left hand. And doing so with no rhyme or reason. Like, the only thing I can even begin to piece together in my mind is that as she was explaining the raid, these low-light, never have won anything, I guess Guardians, sort of Guardians, pretend Guardians, more like Power Rangers, were realizing that they weren't going to be able to cut it. But the thing is, had they just taken her instruction and let her lead, she's done this many, many, many times and led dozens and dozens of people to their first raid wins, along with the others in our crew that have done the same. So had they just listened, she could have led them to their first raid win, but they decided to feel overwhelmed, and instead of confronting her and saying, wow, dude, this feels really overwhelming, is it as complicated as it sounds? Because Mary feeds them all the details. She wants them to be as prepared as possible, and that probably rubs off from me because you can see by my videos, I tend to cover every detail, and I don't have a long story short mode. So, we were actually victims of bullying and cyber threats last night. I'm befuddled by the whole fucking thing. But to you screwballs, and I'm not going to say their names because legally I'm too smart for that. I am legally smarter than you were when you went to Twitter and Facebook making erroneous claims and false accusations and throwing out defamation that could potentially impact my now income source of broadcast in the gaming industry. I'm a whole lot smarter than you in that aspect. So I will not say your name. I know you'll watch this video intently. I'm sure of that. But just know, we absolutely will block you out of our lives. We will cut you off. We will never do a single thing for you or anyone like you ever again. But we also won't take a kick in the balls, especially an illegal one, and not strike back within the confines of the law. So, all I am doing to my faithful viewers and you good folks out there, I implore you to watch your ass. Know who you're helping. Sometimes turn and walk away because generosity can be your biggest enemy at some points and times in your gaming life. So, watch your ass. I can't say it enough. That's why it's pasted across the screen through this entire video. That's my story. That's what happened to us last night. I'm sure this is something that will be ongoing. We'll have to deal with, but I won't be posting about it anymore. But I really wanted to get the message out to you guys to cover your own ass. Make sure you're protected and only help people that are worthy of your help and that you know aren't going to turn around and do things like that to you. So, other than that, man, the next video will be again about the Destiny April 12th update. It's almost Tuesday. I'm so excited. So many great things to come. So many videos. And we'll be adding really, really frequent videos now that we're doing the phone version of them as well. So it's going to be a super cool thing. And the phone versions will have video, like I said, not just pictures. But when I have a quick piece of news to get to you, I can be sitting in my car and get the video up to YouTube and on the website in an instant. And when I grab a quick video or whatever, I can get it to you fast instead of flipping open the computers and putting it through a full production. So, lots and lots of coverage to come with the Destiny update. Lots of fun to be had. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys pick up, what we pick up, and how the story and all the fun new loot ties together with the DLC coming late in the year, transitioning into Destiny 2. I'm very excited about the new writer on board, the fact that they're weighing their options to bring more of the story in-game while still keeping an incredibly deep story on the outside of the game. There's just a lot of great things to look forward to, but I digress. I never have a long story made short. I'm wandering from the topic terribly. I'm just gonna shut up, man. I'm rattling on, and I was just blown away by what happened last night, and I wanted to share that story with you guys because it's just astounding, number one. And number two, I wanted to make sure you guys protect yourselves. So that's all I had to say for now. I will be talking to you guys next time about the Destiny update. I'm Baltimore Dude. Thanks for watching.